Hey guys, I'm HOJ, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a best of one standard event with a Monogreen Aggro deck, with some of the changes and additions from the new Lorwyn Eclipsed set. So all the links are going to be in the description, and there's also a top pinned comment if you'd like to subscribe, if you like this kind of content and you want to see more. So let's jump in. So one of the new cards from the new set is Formidable Speaker. I think this is probably one of the most powerful cards in the entire set. It is a 3-mana, 2/4 for 3 mana as an elf druid, and when this creature enters, you may discard a card, and then if you do, you can search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. It also has a 1 mana and tap to untap another target permanent. So this is very powerful when paired with Badgermole Cub, which produces a lot of mana, so we can use the untap ability to generate additional mana, and then also use the Formidable Speaker kind of tutoring ability to go and find key cards like either Badgermole Cub, Ouroboroid, or Craterhoof Behemoth, kind of as a finisher. It also gives us the ability to search up very specific tutor targets, like Keen-Eyed Curator to deal with any kind of graveyard recursion, and Wistfulness to deal with any kind of artifacts or enchantments. So in addition to Formidable Speaker, we also have a full playset of Nature's Rhythm, which can go and find creatures in the deck, and then we can also harmonize and then recast it for additional value. So between this and Formidable Speaker, it's kind of just a deck built around getting out early fast mana with like Gene Pollinator, Llanowar Elves, Bramble Familiar, Leyline Weaver, and Badgermole Cub into playing an Ouroboroid or multiple Ouroboroids, and then going and finding Craterhoof Behemoth for the win, if necessary. It's pretty straightforward. That's kind of the whole plan. We have, I believe, 22 land, and then for the extra kind of utility land, we've got 2 copies of Bossing Say, which comes in tapped unless you have a basic land, taps for green, or you could tap a green in 2 and tap it to Earthbend 2. Then we also have 1 copy of Soulstone Sanctuary, just as a sort of a generic man land, and 2 copies of Cavern of Souls to help name either plant to play Ouroboroid or beast to play Craterhoof Behemoth for the win against counter magic. So that's the deck, and let's jump in. I do think that the new Formidable Speaker is just incredibly powerful. I'm also going to be doing a best of one standard event upcoming of a Sultai Reanimator deck that uses it, and I think it's one of the best homes for it. So this and that deck I think are really well positioned just thanks to that new card from the new set. All right, opening hand looks good. Let's get started. We have a 1-drop, 2-drop, and we've already got the Behemoth. Just need to find maybe an Ouroboroid or 2. We can also use Bramble Familiar for 7 mana to go and put a creature into play. So this is a nice way to kind of like find Behemoth or whatnot. But right now we're just trying to power stuff out. I think we want Leyline Weaver. And then we'll just get in for 1. There's a chance we could maybe use like the 7 mana version of this to go and find like an Ouroboroid. Otherwise, we're just going to keep developing here. Okay, there's a Formidable Speaker. So now we can go ahead, play a land, get the speaker going, and we can pitch another land and go and find probably, what do we want here? Wistfulness is pretty good against this deck since they have like access to Sheltered by Ghosts. We could just get the Ouroboroid and force them to deal with it, which is also pretty good. We could get Badgermole Cub to start really turning on the mana. I do kind of like that. It makes it a lot easier to cast Hoof. So I think let's just get Badgermole. Wistfulness is a one-time one-shot, and hopefully we'll have like multiple threats here, so All right, now we'll get Badgermole going. Yeah, I don't know there. We could have picked up the Ouroboroid. We could have picked up Wistfulness. I think there's good arguments for both. Yeah, they've got the Simic for the Badgermole, so... Might have been a little bit too aggressive thinking that we could have something stick on the board. Let's name Beast. All right, now we have access to, let's see, 2, 5, 6 mana. So we can just get, can't quite do this for 7. That's okay. Keep kind of powering things out. See if they want to make the trade. All right, there is the land. Gonna name Beast, and that is enough to cast it. I think we're gonna get, let's see, +5 or +6/+6. The Weaver will untap, so it's still good. Swinging for 19. I think that's gonna be game. Yeah, whether or not we should have gotten Wistfulness, you know, might have been a safer choice. All right, 1-0. But yeah, the whole plan is just to maximize the number of ways we can go and find whichever piece we need to deal with whatever we need. All right, opening hand looks good. Could have a potential turn 3 Ouroboroid. Okay, mono red. Let's lead out with Weaver since I'd rather have Badgermole survive. Although I suppose Weaver is pretty good against like Slick Shot Show Off if they're running it. Okay, no removal. I'll take it. Alright, so now we can Badgermole into Ouroboroid. And let's see, I suppose we could... Oh yeah, never mind. We don't have enough mana for anything else. Now we can push. And I'm happy to trade here if they want. So next turn we have access to 7 mana. I don't think they can do 19, at least not with what they have on the board. So I think we just take it. Let's see, next turn, if we don't do anything, we're pushing 4, 9, 13, 18. Yeah, I think we just take it. Yep, all right, that'll work. Nice and quick. I think them having no answer for our mana dork on 2 was pretty backbreaking. All right, 2-0. Opening hand looks great. Got a mana dork, stuff to do. All right, hello. Possible Ouroboroid on 3. Okay, looks like we're up against either maybe Simic or maybe another Monogreen deck. Don't have enough to go and get Badgermole, unfortunately. So we'll just do that. We don't want to attack because we want to keep our guy around for Ouroboroid. Okay, they've got Badgermole, but we're 1 turn ahead. So we will beat them to the proverbial Ouroboroid punch. Alright, so if we Badgermole, then we have enough to get there. I think we just want to Ouroboroid this turn. We could have also Nature's Rhythm for, maybe that would have been better for another Badgermole. Let's see, because then that would have given us... Yeah, actually that might have been right. Maybe we should have done that instead. This way we'll have another Ouroboroid next turn, which is still pretty good. Let's see, if we did that instead, we would have 3, 6... No, yeah, okay, that would have been better. Oh well, so it goes. I think this is still gonna work. Now we just Ouroboroid again, push for a lot. Could also, let's see, we have 7 mana. I guess we can do Speaker as well. Although, yeah, might as well. Then we can pitch the Rhythm. Sure, we'll pitch that to go and find, I don't even know, maybe just another Ouroboroid. I don't think it really matters at this point. I suppose we could get a Badgermole. Would that change anything? Badgermole. No, I guess let's just get another Ouroboroid. Okay, this is changed now, so it should be the right order. Before you'd have to like manually change the order. I don't think, I guess we could swing with these two, it doesn't really matter. They might be able to like squeak out some kind of crazy win if we don't kill them though. So maybe we just sit and the next turn we kill them. Just to be super safe. Because we're gonna have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, I think we just wait. There's kind of no downside to just making sure. Alright, now we'll do it. Because I think, yeah, if we wait a turn, we play another Ouroboroid, they're like 30-30s or whatever. Okay, 3-0. I think just the consistency of the Formidable Speaker that adds to this deck is just pretty silly. Also in like Reanimator, you're able to see like very consistent turn 4 Caveros into Bringer or whatever. Yeah, hand looks great. Same plan, turn 3 Ouroboroid. All right, we are up against a race against the clock. Omniscience. They've got one of the two of the special lands. Can we do it in time? I don't know. We don't really have an answer for Omniscience. We just have to outspeed them. Oh man, yeah, this actually makes Omniscience so much better too, because now they can just go get the dog. Yeah, this makes, I think this is just like the best card in the new set. It makes every deck so much more consistent. All right, let's see. So we have the dog next turn. If they've got it in hand, we're just done. I don't think we have an answer for it. So I guess we just go Ouroboroid here. Can we, if we Nature's Rhythm, we have 5 mana. We don't have enough to do like that and a Badgermole Cub, unfortunately. So I think we just, yeah, let's just Ouroboroid, I guess. Otherwise we could like Speaker, and actually if we Speaker, we could go and find a Craterhoof. But we don't have enough to do everything else. Whatever, I'm not gonna... We're just gonna do it this way. I haven't like worked out all the different permutations of what the best move is here. They've either got it or they don't. All right, they've got it. Can they keep it going? I suppose if you like keep replaying the Speaker, you can like, if you have enough like creatures that draw cards, you can just kind of get there. Like this card is so silly. Okay, I think they can just ping pong these back and forth and I think we're dead. Pretty sure. Okay, that's gonna do it. Wow, that deck got a lot better with the Speaker. Like so much more consistence. All right, picked up our first loss. We are now 3-1. They still need to have the Omniscience in hand. Like if there was a, I'm trying to think if there's like a creature that could like go and find Omniscience. That would be truly, truly disgusting. Maybe there is. Yeah, Formidable Speaker just does like so much for so many decks. All right, opening hand looks great. Another turn 3 Ouroboroid. Any kind of card that lets you search for like a targeted card is just can be broken pretty easily. Possibly, it looks like we're up against another, actually this is Reanimator, so maybe they've got the technology with the Formidable Speaker. All right, Bookworm, sure. There it is, yep. I feel like this is going to be in like every deck. Okay, we can go for Ouroboroid. We could also go for Badgermole Cub. I think that would untap the Weaver. So we don't have enough to do it this turn though, right? Because it... Actually, I suppose it puts it on the battlefield, so... Yeah. Guess this works. Oh, you know what? This doesn't quite do everything I wanted. I suppose we could have just Ouroboroided this turn. Yeah, that was... Still getting used to this deck. That was a mistake. That's okay. We can try to go for like the Craterhoof play, I suppose. Alright, so much for that. I was thinking we had access to more mana for whatever reason. Okay, back to 4 mana. Guess we just go for Ouroboroid. We could use Wistfulness, so we could do another, like, go and find a Badgermole Cub and get rid of Awakening the Undead. They have Arden, but they don't have a Bringer yet, so maybe that's the play. Then we can set up for possibly going in for like a Hoof play. We'd have to like go and find it. Yeah, let's try it out. Let's see. Just kind of having fun with the different permutations here. Oh, actually, we can just get Curator. Whoops, that seems pretty good too. Yeah, let's do that instead, I suppose. I almost forgot we had it in the deck. Alright, let's get rid of the Cavero. They've got Nonsense. Alright, the race is on. Now we are out of ways to deal with our interact with our graveyard. So let's see, we have 5 mana. If we Ouroboroid, we can have 2. That's still pretty good. So let's do that and then play another Weaver. Also, like, they can get something back here, so we could potentially blow up their Awaken the Undead if we want. Maybe that's better. They had an extra Cavero. That's unfortunate. It's hard to know like what piece of the combo they have or don't have. I guess if we knew that we could have, if we knew that we were gonna do the Wistfulness play, maybe we would have gone for Arden instead. Yeah, Arden's pretty hard to deal with. Alright, let's see. So if we Badgermole Cub, access to some mana, can go and find something, tapping these two, and this will untap. Suppose we could find another Badgermole Cub that way. Otherwise, we could go and find another Ouroboroid. Is that good enough? Let's see. Let's play. I think we want another Badgermole Cub first. Could also use Formidable Speaker to do it as well. Although we might want this to go and find Craterhoof. All right, let's see. Let's go get a Badgermole. Tap that. Okay, now we can go for Speaker. Discard that. Go and get Hoof. And I think we just want to hang out for a turn, try to survive. Although I suppose, like, they probably don't block with Cavero here. Next turn they're hitting us for like 10. But we've got some blockers. I think they just... Let's see, we have enough mana to just kill them. But we can attack with the Weaver, I think. I think this is a safe attack. Yeah, because now we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 mana. Okay, they can kill one of the Badgermoles. Yeah, Ouroboroid, that's whatever. Oh man, they found the Bringer. That sucks. Oh, we were so close. Because now they can use Arden to go get Bringer. What a game. Oh, yeah, I suppose that works too. I forgot about them getting our Ouroboroid. Oh, but they did that after combat? So maybe we're still in it? Okay. Let's see. 3... 7... 10. Actually, let's do this differently, because we're going to have enough. Change the order how we do this. So I think first we use this and this to play Ouroboroid and untap. Now, yeah, this should do it. I think this is going to be a pretty obscene amount of damage. Oh yeah. Attack for a good like 120 or whatever. What a game. All right, I think we're 4 wins now. Yeah, 4-1. This deck is sweet. I've just got to get like the sequencing correct, but it's a lot of fun to play. I highly recommend it. Okay, one lander probably isn't going to work, unfortunately. Okay, this hand looks a lot better. Do we want Hoof? It's a little risky. Like if we can't get all the mana happening. We've got 4 copies. I think we can probably find another one maybe. So I think I'm going to toss back Hoof. Goblins. Like, Badgermole Cub is the highest upside. Could potentially do this for 7 mana later. If we go like Badgermole into Badgermole. Otherwise, if we go for Familiar first and then play Badgermole next turn, yeah, that's still actually, that's pretty good. So maybe let's do it that way, just to protect the Badgermole. Hopefully they don't kill the Familiar here. What does this thing do? Cool. Alright. Time for Badgermole. So next turn we've got 7 mana potentially. Could go and find another Ouroboroid. Okay. Turn. Alright, so they're representing like shock or something like that. So if we lose the Badgermole, we can still just natural. Oh wait, no, we won't be able to play another Ouroboroid. I don't think it's worth it. Okay. Its name, Beast. Alright, now we've got enough to go and find another Ouroboroid. If we find instead another Badgermole, how does that change things? Then we'll have 3, let's see, if we do it, tap it like this, we'll have 3 6 mana. Not quite enough. Otherwise, we could use Speaker to go and find. Yeah, let's just use Speaker to go and find Ouroboroid. I think that works also. We can pitch the Wistfulness here. Still pretty good. Question is if we attack now, because I think we have to start blocking. We don't want to block with Ouroboroid. I guess we could let the Dropkick Bomber through, but it does pose kind of a big threat here, so maybe we just hang back with these two and just play defensive for a turn. I guess they could also use this to make this thing fly. Mob boss. Alright, I guess they've had enough. That'll work. Yeah, it's funny, like, which spell do I use to go and find the thing? 5 and 1. But I think that like this level of like consistency and being able to find what you want in your deck is kind of broken. It makes like linear strategies of like aggro a lot less good. Yeah, control is a bit weaker as well. and just like the redundancy of like Nature's Rhythm and the Formidable Speaker to like find whatever you need. It's like they kill your Ouroboroid, whatever, let's go find another one. Alright, opening hand looks great. Hopefully we get one more land by turn 3. Okay, yeah, we really need another land for sure. Since we're up against green, I think we could just go for Badgermole here. If we were up against like mono red, I'd play the Weaver instead. We really needed land there. It's okay. Alright, so let's just Badgermole. Question is if we want to go for Speaker or Weaver. I think I kind of like Weaver because it gets pretty ridiculous. It's like we can use Speaker to go and get... I guess we could like go and find Hoof if we wanted to. Maybe that's the plan. Or we just find like another Ouroboroid. Because like next turn we're gonna have 6 mana. I guess I'd rather have 9 mana. It's actually more like 12 because we can untap with this thing. We don't quite have enough to go and find Hoof, but we're very close. Suppose if we draw land, that is enough to go and find Hoof. There it is. Okay, so if we go and find Hoof, do we kill them? 10 mana, go and find Hoof, this untaps. Yeah, they're super dead, right? And that should do it. We could even play an Ouroboroid here, I actually forgot. No, never mind, we don't have enough mana. Could almost play an Ouroboroid. Get her done. Alright, I believe we are 6-1. Final boss. But yeah, this is a nice fast deck, good for ladder grinding. If you want to rank up quick, games are fast. Alright, opening a hand looks great. Let's do it again. Turn 3 Ouroboroid. Or bust. I think like a lot of the big question is like when do you play your Badgermole Cub? Like if you're up against like a removal heavy deck, play it on 3. If you're not, play it on 2. Okay, Izzet lessons. So I think as a result, we are going to play it on 3. Do they have the burn? If they burn it, do we still Badgermole is the question. We might just want to go for Speaker. Does that change anything? So we... guess we could like Badgermole plus Pollinator, which is pretty good. Speaker goes and finds us... Keen-Eyed Curator, which is also not a bad idea to start getting their graveyard. Could do that too. I think we just want to develop a little bit more though. Like it's just so explosive if we can get it going. Yeah, I think because we drew Pollinator, it tipped it in favor of the Badgermole Cub. Like more mana is just like always better. They could just take out our Badgermole Cub again, which, I mean, yeah. If they do it, they do it. But if we can, like, get that one turn. Guess we're not going to get that one turn. Alright, now we can go and pitch Hoof. I think we just want to grab... I guess we could go for another Badgermole, but I think it's probably a little safer. Like, Wistfulness is also good to get rid of their Storm Chasers, but I think we probably want the... where is it? Keen-Eyed, whatever it's called. Keen-Eyed Curator. It's a little harder to kill, and it deals with our yard. Yeah, especially with this kind of... I want to turn off Accumulated Wisdom if at all possible. But you can also get it out of the yard before they can get it back with talent, which feels pretty good. But I mean, Ouroboroid is also just like very solid. Alright, let's go Beast. How do we want to do this? So we got 5 mana. It's probably just Ouroboroid, right? I mean, like, Curator is like cute, but this just like advances the game. Definitely puts him on the back foot. Yeah, if they're just spending their time doing that, like, feel pretty good about it. All right, so now we just get Curator going. Probably Pollinator as well. I guess they have, how many? Got 5. Maybe we just clean this up real quick. Let's get rid of their Wisdom. I think we save the last one for whatever they target with talent, if they decide to play that game. I didn't quite have enough to clean out their graveyard. I suppose we could have like tapped Pollinator. Could have gotten it down to that, whatever. Damage is good too. Alright, let's get rid of their other accumulated wisdom. So no more of that nonsense. No refills. Deciding if they can race us or not. Alright, we are at 6 mana, so we're not quite there. Just keep pushing. Man, this speaker's going all the way. He really is. Like now they can like get back, I suppose, like combustion technique if they have enough mana. Yeah, there's like just like a huge booty on this thing. Like the 4 toughness that it comes with is just really good. Yeah, they've got enough with combustion technique. Alright, we now officially have to draw something. They can turn this up to level 3 and then we're kind of in trouble. Oh, they've got Monument plus Agnic. That's pretty good. This is like a... definitely like a cripple fight right now. Okay, that's what we needed. Fortunately, we don't have plant named, so they could counter it. Maybe we should have named plant. Curious what they were holding. Yeah, just a land. That makes sense. This one's definitely down to the wire. Grant, I do not like that. Cheaper spells is no bueno. Now they can get back combustion technique and do it again. Oof. Yeah, the Grand is pretty good. Okay. Let's do it again. Thing is, they can just keep doing this. Oh, I guess they have to reset their talents before they can do it again. Man, wisdom off the top. Brutal. Now they can get the mana and get another technique if they want. Yeah, these hoofs are just burning a hole in our hand right now. I think it's probably over by this point. Unfortunately, they've gotten too many cards back. That Wisdom off the top really helped them. So yeah, I think it came down to, like, we got a little bit aggressive maybe too early, and there was a turn where we could have, like, gone Keen-Eyed for an extra card that really, really mattered. So I think that was probably where we made the mistake in this game. I think I just wanted to, like, end the game too quickly, maybe. Okay, Badgermole is something. It's probably not enough. We get him to 2. That's not going to be enough. If they for whatever reason decide not to kill Badgermole, maybe we get there. But I think this is probably over. If we can untap, we might win. With Badgermole, that is. We don't technically have to block, although there's so many ways they kill us here. But maybe they just want to do like this really nice like demonstration. If they have another demonstration in hand and we block, it's pretty bad. I don't know. I mean, if they have it, like, we're so dead anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, the 4th Storm Chasers for the win. Assume they've got us right here. Yeah, that'll do it. Well, we got close. All right, second chance at final boss. We are now 6-2. Can we do it? Can we get there? Can we find an opponent? But yeah, I think that pivotal turn had to do with the Keen-Eyed Curator in that last game. Just staying a little bit more patient, spending the extra mana to get their yard down to under the threshold, potentially. If we had enough mana to do that, that is. Kind of a long queue. Usually this goes pretty quick. All right, opening hand looks great. Let's do it. Badgermole also, which is kind of nice. Up against Plains. Black, white, okay. Don't know what we're playing against, to be honest. Maybe it's Pixie? Could be Orzhov Pixie. Cornered by black mages. Okay. Sure. All right, so we have, what do we want to go get? We could go get Ouroboroid. We could try to go the whole way and go for Hoof. But we probably need a second Badgermole for that. I suppose we don't have to. 2, 4, 6, and 8. Yeah, I mean, we could do it. We could get there. If they kill anything, though, it's so bad. So it's probably safer to just go and find... I think it's a little safer to try to go and find Ouroboroid here. Although if we walk into Day of Judgment, this is pretty bad. So maybe I shouldn't have overextended so much. Okay, yeah, if that was like Day of Judgment or potentially like Day of the Black Sun, those both would have been very, very, very bad for us. So we've got Artifact, Creature, Sorcery, so not quite enough for the full, for all of it. So there's still a lot of damage though. Yeah. And still enough to get there. All right, 7 and 2. We ended up trophying. Yeah, this deck is sweet, a lot of fun to play, very fast. There's lots of like room for, I'm sure, playing it better with like the interaction of like what you get when. There we go. Let's get those sweet packs. All right, and yeah, the for the build, just kind of recapping real quick on the deck. I think I like having access to Curator. It definitely would have been useful in that one game against Izzet Lessons. Wistfulness, I think, is also potentially good. It might have been safer. Like, we weren't punished against the, I think, the mono white deck by not getting it, but that's also, like, they could have drawn something that would have changed that. So I think having access to Wistfulness is also good, especially against mono white aggro. Beyond that, you could probably find other tutor targets that are equally useful maybe, but this does cover a lot of bases. This is like all graveyard hate and like artifacts and enchantments, and that covers a lot of bases. And then everything else is just like, yeah, just getting the Hoof, getting the Ouroboroid. I don't know, like it's possible maybe running fewer Hoofs, because there was that one game where we had like 2 Hoofs in hand and couldn't win. So maybe something like in the middle, you could do like a Tyvar would be like a nice kind of like middle, you know, middle road. So maybe like one of those as a tutor target. But anyways, this is the deck, and thanks guys for watching.